Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming is the third entry, second reboot from the second Spider-Man reboot out there. Now, I remember Spider-Man's first appearance in Captain America Civil War. Tom Holland was the newest Spider-Man, and I gotta admit, his performance in Captain America Civil War and his introduction was actually quite amazing, and I wanted to see more about how his life was going to be in after the events of Captain America Civil War. So after Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, we finally got his movie in July 2017. And honestly, I was one of those people who was actually morely excited to see that because mainly the fact, yeah, I am a big Spider-Man fan and loved to see what Tom Holland was going to do. The first time I watched it, I actually loved it. I actually really did enjoy it, and I actually said, yeah, this is pretty much a good Spider-Man movie. And honestly, thought it was pretty good. But overall, with multiple rewatches of this movie, I don't know why, but there is something about this movie that really does pinch my nerve, and I just didn't appreciate it from this movie. And get ready, folks, because my problems with this movie is pretty much. Let's talk about it. Now, let's talk about some of the good things before I go into the more things I did not like about this movie. Now, the things I could say about the movie is just the actors do a good job. Tom Holland as Spider-Man, like I said, I liked him in Captain America Civil War since that was in his introduction. He did a good job here, and I really liked his performance as Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and knowing that he had to balance out, part of him as Spider-Man and part of him as a high schooler. Michael Keaton as the villain, he actually was pretty good as a villain in Spider-Man. The suit looked pretty nice, even though the one thing that bothers me from the suit is just the eyes have to move like it had to twitch. It's like the lenses have to move every once, like when he's shocked, mad, or either confused. It kind of bothers me. Am I the only one who thinks that kind of is? Am I the only person who is bothered by the eye lenses from the Spider-Man where it just keeps moving everything? Like, I get his facial expressions. I mean, when you look at Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, when you see their masks, they're not moving or anything. You can still see their expressions of how they're feeling from the emotions, even though they're hiding behind a mask. But now let's talk about the things that really do bother me about the movie. Let's be honest. I'm going to be truly honest, folks. When people said this is the best Spider-Man movie and pretty much better than some of the other Spider-Man movies, that is false. This is not a good Spider-Man movie. Like, I'm not joking when I say this, that this is honestly one of the worst stories for Spider-Man out there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this movie does bore me a lot. And some of the choices they've done with this movie, I don't like as well. The story is definitely not the best out there, where we see this guy who's, mainly excited to be part of something that he wants to be. He wants to be part of an Avenger, and he wants to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and just balancing out from high school and everything, which I don't like about this movie. And honestly, the humor in this movie is pretty much not the best out there. I mean, there are some jokes that I really did appreciate, but overall, the jokes don't work here. I'm sorry, I did not like any of the jokes here. One did work. If you know which one I'm talking about the one part where Ned is at the library and they're telling him, why aren't you at the dance? And that actually was kind of hilarious right there. And also for the fact that we had Peter Parker, idolizing Tony Stark, like he really was, saying, like, Mrs. Stark, when is my next mission? Like I need to be big as Tony Stark and everything. Like, he just wanted to be like this big thing, and I get it. Like, you don't have to keep shoving down my throat, like Spider-Man idolizing Tony Stark. I mean, I think Andrew Garfield was right. Is where like I don't think it's healthy to to be idolizing Tony Stark. I mean, I know many people are gonna attack me for saying that, but Jesus, I mean, I get that Tony Stark is a mentor, but he's hardly in this movie. I mean, he's only in there just tell Peter what to do and what not to do. And also, I think mainly like half of the characters here in the movie are just not likable at all. I mean, I do not like any of them, except for Peter Parker, the Vulture, and Aunt May, and also the suit lady in Spider-Man's costume that I actually did like. But overall, some of the stuff I had issues with Spider-Man Homecoming is just the story is one of the weakest story out there, and I did not like any of it. I mean, even the third act really does make me want to go to sleep. Like, I'm not gonna lie, some of the parts that make me want to go to sleep, especially the part where he's fighting the Vulture by himself with his homemade suit, that actually made me want to fall asleep. And also, some of the stuff they did here is just I did not like it as well. I mean, the only things I liked about Spider-Man Homecoming are the suit, the acting. That's it. The stuff I don't like about the movie is the story, the characters, and some of the stuff they did. And I know that Kevin Feige wanted to go with the John Hughes style version for Spider-Man, but honestly, I did not think this was a John Hughes type, to be honest. Honestly, the other John Hughes types movies like Breakfast Club, Home Alone, 16 Candles, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off were a bit better than this. And without saying much, 4 years since Spider-Man Homecoming came out, and unpopular opinion coming up is that I think the original Sam Raimi's trilogy and The Amazing Spider-Man, yes, I'm going to say The Amazing Spider-Man 2 were better than this. Yes, that comes into a shock that I actually like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than Spider-Man Homecoming, because Homecoming, in the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of it. Do consider it as one of the most overrated Marvel movies, and just pretty much a movie that I find that's overrated, to be honest. So comment down, let me know what you thought of Spider-Man Homecoming. Maybe you might have a different opinion or a different approach to this movie. And I'm curious. Let me know what you think about that one. And as always, have a great day.